Now we're going to talk about another dub, okay? This time we're talking about Alex Jebediah Jones, okay? Everyone's favorite commentator. You already know Alex Jones and I have a bit of a rivalry. He calls me Hank Pecker. Hassan Pecker. Alex Jones is in a bit of a hot water, okay? Because he had a oopsie moment and he did the whole like Sandy Hook was staged thing, and then his followers were like, "Yeah, that's right." And then they harassed the parents and the victims of Sandy Hook, and guess what? Things are not looking too great for old Alex here. Okay, things are looking, as a matter of fact, real bad for old Alex here. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on. There's a defamation case happening right now against our brave patriot Alex Jebediah Jones.
Talk radio host Alex Jones has repeatedly given airtime to claims that the 2012 school shooting in Newtown, Connecticut was staged by the government. Those are quotes. Parents of 6-year-old Jesse Lewis are suing him for $150 million. As Janet Shamlian reports, Jones and the boy's parents came face-to-face yesterday during heart-wrenching testimony in an Austin, Texas courtroom.
I can't even describe the last 9.5 years of the living hell that I and others have had to endure because of the negligence and the recklessness of Alex Jones.
Neil Heslin and Scarlett Lewis, the parents of Jesse Lewis, addressed the court Tuesday in their lawsuit against Alex Jones. Heslin and Lewis say they live in fear after receiving death threats, unwelcome emails, and phone calls as a result of Jones's lies.
My home was shot up. Vehicles were shot up in my yard.
Jones, who was noticeably absent for Heslin's testimony, was recording his podcast, continuing to attack the parents.
He was literally calling them slow and autistic on his broadcast while the fucking parents were offering testimony about how much they were impacted by Alex Jones' statements because his followers decided to act out his desires. Holy fucking shit.
I think it's a disrespect, and I think it is a cowardly act of Alex Jones not to be facing me here in this courtroom.
Jones appeared in court later Tuesday.
I don't think that you understand the repercussions of going on air with a huge audience and lying.
Shaking his head as Lewis spoke to him directly.
Jesse was real. I am a real mom. I know you know that. That's the problem. I know you know that. And you keep saying it. You keep saying it. Why?
The judge appearing to grow frustrated with Jones's attitude during the hearing.
I remember currently...
Stop. Remember day one where I said, it's an unfair world and you don't get to interrupt the judge?
That's a woman judge. That's why women should not be allowed to serve in court. Obviously, because I'm a patriot and I said the truth that I said. A woman judge is gonna try to take me down, just like divorce court took me down one time. Ladies and gentlemen, AlexJones.com, Infowars.com. Women judges should be made illegal.
Sure. Yeah.
Jones attempted to speak with the parents after taking the stand, shaking hands with them. An attorney for the family quickly ended the interaction, exchanging words with Jones on the way out of the courtroom.
I wasn't kidding. I know this, by the way. For the record, I do know this. Alex Jones said the judge and the plaintiff's lawyers in the Sandy Hook trial all act demonically possessed and are committed to an occult ideology of the New World Order.
For joining us on this live Tuesday worldwide transmission, Sandy Hook trials they have lined up that have now started to shut us down. Then they brag on CNN and MSNBC with top Democrat officials that the goal is to set this pattern with Alex Jones and then go after everybody else.
I'm sorry that it's 1P, boys. Okay, just shut the fuck up and listen. Okay, just listen.
These are authoritarians. That's why they had to default me in all 4 cases, saying I turned over nothing while they sit there and show the juries, they're deciding how guilty I am, not if I'm guilty or innocent, showing the juries all these emails and all these videos that we turned over to them while the judge tells them every day, twice.
You know what's really funny about this? He's just describing how fact-finding works. He's literally just describing how, like, the normal court procedure would work in a defamation suit like this, and he's the one who is, this is the evidence that you have to present to a jury and the judge on a fucking trial. Like, he's literally just describing discovery, but because you're supposed to go, oh yeah, well, that's Alex, like, he's a good guy, I love him, you just don't even think about it like that. You just go, oh man, that's right, that's really fucked up that they're, hurting my man like
today.
This.
Remember, this man's guilty. You're here to decide how guilty he is. He didn't give us anything. He's a bad person. Even in third world dictatorships, when they have kangaroo courts, they don't have the judge tell the jury this person is guilty. And they're all caricatures of what you would imagine in some alternate universe of dwarf goblins. It's demonic. They all act demonically possessed. The judge, the lawyers, it's surreal to be around them. And it makes you feel sorry for them because these people are committed to a cult ideology of the New World Order. And they're never going to stop. They're getting rid of all the checks and balances, all of our basic freedoms. They've gutted the border. They're promoting pedophilia everywhere.
Bro, if I was under a fucking defamation suit, I probably wouldn't call the judge a pedophile. You know what I mean? Like, when you're currently on trial for defamation and you're getting your ass blasted, why the fuck would you turn around and be like, the judges are doing pedophilia, they're pedophile, demonic monsters? Like, he just can't stop himself, I think. Do you still think he's CIA? Yes. He went in double down. That's why you aren't as great a showman. I am not as great a showman as Alex Jones. That's true. I have said time and time again that Alex Jones would be an incredible performance artist, and he was an incredible performance artist. The problem is that we as a society are not equipped to just take in what Alex Jones is doing as performance art and just like appreciate his mental illness. We are also collectively so mentally ill that we listen to him and we go, well, this guy is not just entertaining, he's also right. And I must act. I must act out his desires. Do you understand? You guys know that I am a gigantic fan of Alex Jones, like straight up. I have talked time and time again. Alex Jones is a brilliant, brilliant entertainer. Anyone who has done anything in the entertainment industry will recognize that if you are able to separate the artist from the art. And I'm not the only one who felt this way. I mean, that's why he made appearances in A Scanner Darkly and plenty of other movies originally, you know what I mean? Like, but the issue is, of course, that you know, he takes it way too fucking far. Way too fucking far. And he's also a gigantic piece of shit with how he makes money. All of his bits, I guess, or all of his conspiracy theories genuinely revolve around making money for himself. He'll talk about how the frogs are being turned gay by government water. And then immediately after that, he'll use that as an opportunity to say, here's how you can not get fucking owned by government water and turn into a homosexual by getting some of my straws, like the water cleansing straws. Right? So that's how he makes his money. And for the record, he makes a lot of it. Okay? I just need you to understand something here. Like when I found out through discovery, through following this court case, how much money this motherfucker was making, it blew my goddamn mind. Okay? Real top G behavior. Folks, Alex Jones made upwards of $800,000 a fucking day, according to court documents. The texts and emails are finally revealing financials behind InfoWars. Some days in 2018, InfoWars was making $800,000 a day. Well, after you're deplatforming, your numbers keep getting better, says the Sandy Hook parents' lawyer. If they keep that up, that's $300 million a year. Alex Jones says $800,000 a day was a really good week during CPAC where they were doing better business. And the only reason why we know this information is because Alex Jones decided to do the Elon Musk thing, shouts out to Felix Biederman for this joke, and hired fucking Twitter lawyers, I guess, because his team is so incompetent. Remember, we're talking about $800,000 a day this motherfucker was making, okay, in 2018. $800,000 in one fucking day. That's like XQC doesn't make that kind of money. You understand? A couple things I must say about this is, one, time and time again, I have told you, it is infinitely easier to become a reactionary, right-wing grifter than it is to be a fucking left-wing broadcaster, even if you are not a grifter. Right-wing grifters become Alex Jones and interview the fucking president, who then becomes the fucking president. Do you think deplatforming Jones still limited his audience even if he made more money off of it? Yes, I do. I do think that deplatforming Alex Jones was good, ultimately. What you also don't understand is that Alex Jones still had a gigantic fucking platform in AM radio. He was all over. And he still had a vast amount of support, like a vast amount of support from right-wing reactionaries who would go on a show. The president was on a show, man. And here, finally, it's time to show you this big reveal. His fucking law team is are comprised of absolute idiots, okay?
So you did get my text messages. And it said you didn't. Nice trick.
Yes, Mr. Jones. Oh. Indeed. You didn't give this text message to me. You don't know where this came from. Do you know where I got this?
No.
Mr. Jones, did you know that 12 days ago, 12 days ago, your attorneys messed up and sent me an entire digital copy of your entire cell phone with every text message you've sent for the past 2 years, and when informed, did not take any steps to identify it as privileged or protect it in any way. And as of 2 days ago, it fell free and clear into my possession. And that is how I know you lied to me when you said you didn't have text messages about Sandy Hook. Did you know that?
I told you the truth. This is your Perry Mason moment. I gave them my phone, and then...
Mr. Jones, you need to answer the question.
No,
Did you know this happened?
No, I didn't know this happened. But I mean, I told you I gave them the phone over. Just
answer the question.
You said in your deposition, you searched your phone. You said you pulled down the text and did the search for Sandy Hook. That's what you said, Mr. Jones, correct?
And I had several different phones with this number, but I did, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's that. Oh, I forgot to mention. Oh, that's right. Child porn was found in documents Alex Jones sent to lawyers of Sandy Hook families, according to the court filing. Oh, my, oh, my. How the fucking turntables? Now, this is the older fucking article. The absolute treasure trove of data that we are going to get. This is from 2019. The absolute treasure trove of data that hasn't been completed. Now that his lawyers didn't even try to fucking say that this discovery should be taken out, that they accidentally sent the entirety of text messages and everything else that they fucking sent over to the Sandy Hook lawyers and the Sandy Hook families. Oh my Lord, dude.
Mr. Bankston also only asked questions.
Sure. Mr. Jones, in discovery, you were asked, do you have Sandy Hook text messages on your phone? And you said no, correct? You said that under oath, Mr. Jones, didn't you?
I mean, if I was mistaken, but you got the message.
He's like, yeah, I perjured myself, whatever.
It's right there.
You know what perjury is, right? I just want to make sure you know before we go any further. You know what it is.
Yes, I do. I mean, I'm not a tech guy. I told you I gave, in my testimony, the phone to the lawyers before or whatever, and so you got my phone, but we didn't give it to you.
No, Mr. Jones. One more time. And please remember, if you need to assert the Fifth Amendment, you can. I need to know that you can do that. But you testified.
I don't know if they fucking did this shit on purpose, but goddamn, dude, it sure feels like it was done on purpose considering how fucking awful they are. I mean, look at his face, bro. This is literally the moment that he realizes, like, they have all of his text messages, like everything from his fucking phone. Every single thing from his phone. January 6th committee is planning to request Alex Jones's text messages and emails from the Sandy Hook attorneys after his lawyer accidentally sent years worth of comms to the plaintiffs, dude. So, you know, it ain't over, boys. It ain't over. Hold on 1 second. Let me just run that back again. That's right. So Alex Jones might be facing a criminal prosecution on top of this defamation suit. That's right, baby. Rarely ever do you see this kind of karmic justice. But I guess after fucking up for so many goddamn years and you know, making up the $800,000 a day off of it, you end up slipping through the cracks no matter how fucking fat you are. Just saying. Does he just have the worst lawyers in the world? Yes. This is convincing me that Alex Jones is CIA. Now they have text with fash gangs. All I'm saying is I've been under the impression and have talked about how I personally believe that Alex Jones is fucking CIA and that his goal ultimately is to belittle and undermine real conspiracies that the government engages in regularly by having one good take in a sea of 1,000 psychotic takes to make it seem like every time you say something like, well, did you know about the MK Ultra trials? It's like, well, the only person who's talking about it is someone like fucking Alex Jones. So ultimately you're going to be like, well, he also talks about psychotic pedophile vampires and shit. So obviously all of that must be fake. Alex Jones is a fake conspiracy theorist created by the CIA to ensure that real government conspiracies, conspiracy to conspire, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about fucking conspiracy theories. Real things that the government does makes it seem ridiculous because the only person who's outing said things is a belligerent, psychotic person with high blood pressure. L-Take is just a dumbass. I don't know, man. I don't know. If he was CIA, he would have half-decent lawyers. No, the CIA is woke now. The CIA is fucking woke now, so now they're turning on one of their old assets. Anyway, let's continue with the trial coverage here, okay? Because there's still a lot that went into this incredible trial.
You may not say to this jury that you complied with discovery. That is not true. You may not say it again. You may not tell this jury that you are bankrupt. That is also not true. You may have filed for bankruptcy. I don't know that, but I've heard that. That doesn't make a person or a company bankrupt.
I mean, easy on the attacks there, Sweaty. You're clearly dealing with a neurodivergent person. You know what I mean? Like, he's a pathological liar. He can't stop himself. You're just going to really shit on a man because he can't fucking stop himself from lying? Like, okay, well, it's kind of fucked up. And, you know, don't ask me if he's neurodivergent. Alex Jones says it himself, you know, famously, both on the Joe Rogan Experience, but also even in the court.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
So there's that. But also, he said that in court as well.
The comments about discovery, the comments about the larynx or whatever it was, the comments about bankruptcy, none of those were responsive to questions. They were just you abusing my tolerance and making asides to the jury improperly, and in at least 2 cases, untruthfully. Do you understand what I have said? Yes or no? Do you understand what I have said?
Yes, I believe what I said was true. So I don't.
Yes, you believe everything you say is true, but it isn't. Your beliefs do not make something true. That is what we're doing here. Just because you claim to think something is true does not make it true. It does not protect you. It is not allowed. You are under oath. That means things must actually be true when you say them. Don't talk. You understand what I have said.
I do understand.
You understand the instructions I have given you for your testimony in court.
Yes.
Oh, here. This was the Alex Jones court chat, by the way. Praying for you, Alex. We love you and deserve to speak your First Amendment right. The way the courts are treating you is out of line. Hashtag free Alex Jones. And then the other person saying the real Alex Jones is not even there, which is true. It's true. How could he be doing his broadcast and also be in court at the same time?